So what we're gonna show today, Curse of the Dead Gods, known as a very influential roguelike game. It actually has one of the best curse systems ever made. I don't think it has yet to really get reproduced. I think there may be games like Undermine that's like close to it, but we get curse systems in every roguelike game and it's all the same stuff. Take additional damage, monsters are faster, blah blah blah, and like that's really it. So we're gonna see what on earth did Curse of the Dead Gods do that was right, that other people might be able to learn from. If you're an OG, you probably recognize it, but the game, it's been a long time. This game has a 1.0 release date of 2021, added into early access October, I think, of 2020. They had one big patch, which was their Dead Cells crossover. Update 1.24, April of 2021. So it's already 2024 now. Like, time has flew by, if you all can't tell. And we're already showing this as like legacy content, which is cool, but also frightening at the same time. The game is pretty difficult. So as we're playing this, we hope that we remember how to play. As you see, there's a torch mechanic and vision. The vision part of the game, it does actually matter. It's not just there for show. It is a real mechanic. There's been some roguelike games where like there's fog of war and stuff like that, but not a lot. Not that really do something with it, you know? So in Curse of the Dead Gods, you are a guy stuck in a tomb, and apparently there's like light and darkness. Light reveals hidden traps, staying in darkness increases all damage you take. Watch out for the indicator on the bottom of the screen, let you know if you're in light or dark. We can light stuff with our torch, and not just things like this. You can light other things on fire too. Of course, there is dodge. Just like in any roguelike game, you gotta have a dodge roll. Dodge in this game is A button, kind of like a Hades. And it also uses stamina. Stamina right now is 5. So if it's a Souls-like roguelike game that you're looking for, this is, you know, pretty close to that. This game also gives you 2 weapons. You have a primary and a secondary. That's our primary, it has a combo. This is our secondary. Ow, it's a gun. This is the machete and pistol. You can also chain them together, do a nice little combo. There's different kinds of secondaries. So sometimes you have a dagger, sometimes you have a shield. So it's one of those games where your combat is dependent on your weapon choices rather than like the relics you picked up, even though there is some of that. The game also has like a really good stagger mechanic. You saw that monster was running at me, but I was able to stop its aggression with my combo attack. The game also features a parry. I would say that the parry is probably one of the tightest parries in roguelikes. Action roguelikes, that is. Good start, good start. But once you get a feel of it, especially for certain monsters, like certain monsters are easier to parry than others, you'll become a parry god in no time. I want to say the shield in the game has a longer parry duration than just parrying with a normal attack, like a normal weapon. And then this game, as we get into this area, treats stats a little differently too. There are traps. Sometimes it's a timed event of sorts. Oh my god. So like now I probably can't go backward because it's lit on fire. Oh, never mind. It's actually gone. So there's 2 routes you could go. Once I aggro these, the door is gonna close. I don't know if it's gonna let me go backward. Just gotta watch out. And we gotta stay in light too. Funny enough, these will actually destroy torches too. So it's not even a matter of, oh, just light everything up and then you're safe. from taking 50% more damage. Sometimes the monsters themselves will break things that are on fire. It's a real mechanic. Like this, if it was any other game, I feel like the light and darkness would be nothing. So you can pick up items. You can also recycle items and they give you a benefit, such as recycling heals you for 4%. No health pots in this game. Because this is a temple and like treasure and things of that nature is really important, you'll find hidden passages. Sometimes you have a key to go in. Sometimes there'll be like a bomb that you're supposed to destroy. They thought of everything. So the game treats stats differently than a lot of other games. So in this game, you have Jaguar, Eagle, and Serpent. Jaguar is health, Eagle is damage, and then Serpent, which isn't in here, Serpent's green. Serpent is actually economy. It's like magic find, gold gain, stuff like that. So rather than thinking about, oh, I'm just gonna put all my points into damage, you sometimes have to get health, and sometimes you have to get economy. Sometimes they give you the option of both. I don't have money for it though, but we can exchange our own curse level in order to get that. So that didn't necessarily hurt me. What it did was I have this curse meter that's building up, and the curse meter will eventually curse me. It's almost guaranteed to happen. Really, in this game, you could try to mitigate the curse as much as possible, but it's kind of a game where you need to learn to live with it. Oh, wow. That's faster than just running through. If I remember correctly, everything in this game can be parried. That doesn't mean that you should try to parry everything. Wow, that destroyed the torch. So yeah, I'm in darkness right now. If I take a hit, I actually take more damage than normal. Take dodge. We get an breakable door, which oftentimes leads to real treasure. Sometimes it leads to a fight. Sometimes it was just the alternate path to the end. Like it wasn't actually treasure at all. It's almost as if the game expected you to go this way. Oh, see the line of sight? How it actually doesn't generate the trap unless it's in your vision. It's incredible. So yeah, line of sight in a roguelike action game is like a little scary because when you think about it, you need to be able to know everything. Wow, that doesn't interrupt. Like imagine playing Dead Cells, but you don't actually know an attack is coming at you from out of darkness. Perception up. Again, perception is our money find, our magic find. And you might think to yourself that magic find is a worthless stat. B, why don't you just get damage? But it is actually very impactful. This game did a very good job of making each stat matter. Gold cost down, reduce damage from champions and bosses, increase damage to poison attacks. So I don't have any of this stuff. I'll take the cloak. Of course, I don't have $700. If I had more perception, maybe I would have it. So instead, what I'm gonna do is curse myself to help pay for this. This game does have, well, let's talk about the curse first. All right, so as I said, I cursed myself. We get Divine Pact. Belt Sock favors those who shed their dependency for the frivolous. One of your relic slots is locked, and you may no longer be equipped. However, you gain 3 divine favors. So I'm cursed. We are cursed because we filled up the purple meter, and now I have 1 stack of curse. There's 5 total. The 5th is a specific mandatory one. But as long as you're not at 5, you're probably fine. So we're locked out of this slot. I cannot get this slot back unless I get rid of the curse. However, the game gave me stuff in return, which is divine favors, which I think are rerolls. And that's kind of how this game is going to work out. Even though you're going to get cursed, what's really going to happen is that you're going to try to decide, can I keep this curse or do I need to get rid of it? See, I'm out of stamina. I think the only thing I could have done there was parry. And obviously, as you know the game more and more, you'll know to parry because you're out of stamina. So we have new weapons. I can use a favor. Yeah, full reroll. Fire charge attacks and fire combo finishers. This gives you bonus per your dexterity Attacks behind deal more damage. Bonus damage if you also have a pistol equipped. I don't have enough money for it though. So you can see this game also has affixes to it. The affixes are pretty cool, and there's a lot of affixes. Some are game breaking, as a matter of fact. A relic. I feel like I need money. I don't remember being this bad on money when I was playing this game. Okay, so we have a different weapon. As you see, it is much, much faster. Let's actually grab that. Oh my god. So that, I think, counts as light. Basically, there are cobwebs in the middle of the arena. Yeah, you can kind of see the light around. Yeah, it's expanding. It counts. Let's get rid of this. Never mind, I can't sell it. All right, so we open this up. But even these little secrets have traps in them. It's incredible. I did happen to change out my weapon for a hammer. Hammers can actually open up secret areas. You may think to yourself, oh, just use a hammer the entire time. Why bother using a shield, a spear or a bow when we just got the key to the castle? But I mean, just like any other roguelike game, you might not want to have hammer. You might have better setups if you were to use a bow, which counts as a heavy weapon. As people watch this game, there will be some comparisons to Hades in regards to it being an isometric game. The biggest difference between Hades and this, besides the actual like curse mechanics and the weapons and all that, notice how I don't dodge that. And that's because there's stamina. Hades has no stamina. My triple attack uses stamina. My circle button uses stamina. My pistol uses stamina. I can't dodge revolution or else I can't actually attack. I mean, you can attack, but you'll be very limited. I think you can light the monster on fire. Just thinking that's a way to kind of get some light on the board. Baffle is not more popular. It came out at kind of a rough time to release a game. I think it did come out the same couple of months or same season as Hades, maybe a couple of months after. I'm broke. However, when you're broke, you can still cut your pinky off. Pinky is worth a lot of money nowadays, or it was back in 2020. So we got ourselves another curse. How can one know when one is consumed by sadness until a mirror reveals the tragedies etched upon the face? That's like metal. What the heck? The temple can switch appearances at any time and turn into mirror mode. However, you gain 5 perception. Again, even the curses themselves have benefits. You would have to decide on your own, is it worth it to have mirror mode? We'll have to see what that looks like. Or are you better off getting rid of it? However, you're getting 5 perception for free. Rip torch. Yeah, so that attack specifically, I just know how to parry. Like, I will miss every other parry in the game, but getting shot by an eyeball, that's fine. We can do that all day. So what just happened? That's the mirror effect. The mirror actually changed the camera layout. The dungeon's still the same, but now, like, whatever was on the left is now on the right, and you can get lost really easily. This is an example of how to reduce your curse. We're not playing whips. I'm gonna get rid of this. 4 isn't a very good number, but oh well. Bonus damage to a weakened enemy. Certain attacks do weak. I don't have any that do that, so we're gonna sell that, get some health back. So it's a game about choices. The better you do on making choices like that, the better the game gets. And to me, it's like super fun to try to decide, oh, do I sell this? Do I keep it? The game's so well balanced with how the curses work. Right up until you get the 5th, that you start crying and whimpering. Yeah, we gotta make sure we don't overdo it. Not much for light in here. Didn't get that interrupt in time. The charge attack on Fist is a lot different. It like sends you past the monster. I think it might have iframes. if anything, it just sends you to the other side where there's no damage. As I said, you can kind of light lots of things on fire. So that was a trap before the enemy destroyed it. Whoa, where am I? I don't even try to parry stuff like this, especially in the darkness like that. Chance to parry automatic. It's kind of fun. I don't think I need it though. I think I'm actually doing fine. So here we get to level up our stuff. You can do it with gold or you can do it with blood. Bonus damage if your main weapon is a mace, which we don't have. This is really expensive. Like, I almost don't even want to do it, but sure. You only get one as well. An event room. I don't remember what these could be. Oh, this is the cursed chest from Dead Cells. This is part of the Dead Cells crossover. I'm gonna light up the map a little bit. I don't remember what the curse was like in this game. Don't get hit. Defeat 5 enemies. Easy. Watch your stamina. Lost some light. They have a healer on their team. Healer slash necromancer. All right, last one, last one. I want to say if you get hit, you just don't get the treasure, I think. Bonus damage with fire attacks. We have poison right now. I'm gonna take it just in case we end up swerving. This is a quote-unquote cursed weapon. It parries and reflects projectiles, does bonus damage to elite enemies, but you get corruption for every enemy you kill. Now oh, and it also removes a curse. I want to say that if you remove a curse, it removes the most recent one. If it removed the oldest curse, I wouldn't mind that. I'm gonna grab it because you only get corruption when you kill an enemy. If I don't kill the enemy with the shield, I think, then I think we're fine. Famous last words, of course. Of course, there might be a weapon that like has a benefit if I have a shield equipped, so that'd be really nice if I can find it. Keep a look at our corruption. Make sure it doesn't go up unless I use... I did not see that trap at all. Yeah, we're still at 58. So I think I have to use the shield to get corrupted. And even then, it has to kill. Oh, wow. I tried to parry that. Just like Dead Cells, just parry the easy stuff. That was a reflect. I wonder if I got corruption. Because I do think the reflect killed it. But what I don't know is if I got corruption off a kill. All right, secondary weapon. We already have one. This is a main weapon. Does bonus damage to a weakened enemy. I believe parry does weaken enemies. Removes corruption for each enemy you kill. So there might be like a little bit of synergy with my shield, just to make sure that I don't over-corrupt myself. I don't mind the mirror. I'm getting perception out of it. I'm at 15 whatevers. 15 snakes. I don't mind that at all. All right, so this is our first boss. I think it's easier to think of this as a mini boss because like the real boss is not this. Oh yeah, CR attack has changed big time. Okay, I did not weaken it. Maybe because it was a projectile? Good parries. I actually got corruption off that. I saw it. Now, I want to say the dungeon is cleared because that was like 0 BC. That was like tutorial, basically. Victory, the Blood Hunter hunts. New record, world record, 19 minutes to get through that. Look at all that gold, $4 million. So the game, that was like just a taste of the game. There's so much more to it. We'll be able to see some of that here. So as I said, the game has meta progression, but it's not meta progression like you think it is. This is very much like the cool stuff. This is the stuff that we like in games. So I'm getting these sugar skulls. I can spin them on fire lasts longer. All damage taken in light is reduced. And like, okay, I'm lighting everything. That makes sense, right? That's easy. But you can only have 3 of these. So these are more like, almost like a loadout, if you think. Gain Fury, deal 50% more damage for 6 seconds when you take damage. Greed kills give you stamina. Of course, there's lots of weapons to unlock. Each weapon has its own passive to it. So like there's fire attacks in here. Automatic dodge during a charge attack, which is kind of sick. A hammer that just gives you light. So like imagine you're using that with the thing that gives you reduced damage while you're in light. And it's like permanent. But that was basically just tutorial. Because the way how the game really works is that there are 3 paths of the temple. There's the jaguar, the eagle, and the serpent. Each one has its own set of monsters and its own bosses. So you need to do each tier. So like this is tutorial tier at the bottom. And then you're gonna go up into the next tier and then a final tier of each individual temple. And then at the very end, like high level, 5 BC, well, more like 4 BC, is almost like a randomized version of every temple together. So let's go into here. See, I just get all my stamina back. Oh, they're the crits. Oh, on kill, I think I get all my stamina back. But when I deplete all my stamina, I crit. So I actually have a very, very hard time utilizing the tech. It might work on a boss though, and that's not bad. But like this actually lets you spam heavy. Like as long as you kill one enemy, you get all your stamina. And that's the curse. We are -1 stamina, but we fully refresh on kill. +1 curse incoming. We're not gonna know what the curse is either. That's great. For all I know, we're gonna go in here and like every heavy attack loses HP or something. I still have 4 stamina. I can't really tell what else might be happening. Oh my god. I don't remember this boss. Stay close. This thing goes intangible. Okay, we're out of stamina. Get the crits. I didn't think the balls do damage unless they exploded. Yeah, I don't think we can do the crit thing. It's not happening. It's just too difficult to spend stamina like that. Sick boss. Even if I spam my offhand combo, it takes me too long to get over there. Oh my god. Rip health? My life! My life! Oh, that might be parryable. So much harder than Jaguar's first boss. But I think Jaguar's first boss, I've done it so many times that it's just ingrained in memory. Like, I could do that fight in my sleep, I think. Not because it's an easy fight, but because I've done it so many times. Sick. So that was tier 1. So like tutorial Eagle Temple. Again, we blow these through. We have a lot of hours in this game. I have 72 hours in Curse of the Dead Gods. That, I don't know if that's a lot, to be honest. I hope it is. So as you see, like, the game's actually fantastic. But those that you just saw, those are just the base temples. Once you go the next tier up, you're fighting against the first boss, just the Blood Hunter. And then there's a second boss after that. In this case, it's Cursed Twins, or I think this is a Golem. And then once you beat those enough and get 5 emblems, there's another boss after that. Like an anthropomorphic jaguar. This is like a harpy, I believe. And then this, I don't remember. I know there's a chimera, but I think chimera's the second boss. Yeah, and then eventually, for the final difficulty, all you do is fight the actual bosses. You fight all 3 actual bosses and then like a final true boss. So it's a cool way to do difficulty progression, is that it's introducing you, it's like drip feeding the mechanics of each individual temple. And then at the end, you have to do all of them at the same time. Kinda. Assist mode. Restore health at each room, disable the final curse, stamina off, parry window, corruption threshold, and then full invincibility mode. It's pretty cool. I didn't even know it had assist options. I don't know when they added that. It must have been during the Dead Cells crossover, but I just never noticed it.